As National Tree Day approaches, Planet Ark urges Australians to step outside and connect with nature, emphasizing the mental health benefits in the face of climate-related stress. Studies reveal a growing concern about climate change among young Australians, with significant impacts on their mental health. Initiatives like National Tree Day aim to address this by promoting environmental responsibility and the psychological benefits of nature. Since being established in 1996, over 5 million volunteers have planted more than 27 million native trees. Jennifer McMillan, Communications Manager of Planet Ark, highlights the dual benefits of nature care activities, improving mental health and fostering environmental responsibility. This year's National Tree Day marks 25 years of community-driven environmental action. How do nature care activities, such as tree planting, help alleviate climate distress?
Well, we know through our experiences with National Tree Day that there are significant benefits associated with spending time in nature, including enhanced learning, concentration, healing, relaxation, and recovery. And it's not just the tree planting, it's the community connection that's just as important. So it's not just for environmentalists and nature lovers. National Tree Day happens everywhere in big cities, small towns and remote areas, and welcomes Australians no matter their background or community of origin.
What has been the most significant impact of National Tree Day since its inception in 1996?
It's hard to name the most significant impact because there are so many individual people and stories who make Tree Day a success. When you look at it from a national perspective, we've planted over 27 million trees, shrubs and grasses by more than 5 million volunteers, which is huge. But I'm lucky enough to tell the stories from many of the site coordinators and volunteers around Australia. And I could talk to you for hours about them, but I'll pick one that's Melbourne-based. So there's a site coordinator named Jeff Mitchellmore, and he celebrated over 24 years of tree planting events with the Friends of Corroy Creek, and he has completely transformed an industrial wasteland into a corridor of green for future generations to enjoy. And bird populations have even increased at the site, and the swift parrot now visits the area. So this is an incredible regeneration story demonstrating the power of collective action and what can be achieved through National Tree Day events.
What inspired Planet Ark to focus on the mental health benefits of nature in this year's National Tree Day?
So from Planet Ark's research, we found that 77% of people agree that Australian children are not spending enough time outdoors, and 82% believe that time in nature is good for their physical and psychological well-being. And we know that eco-anxiety and climate distress is on the rise, especially in young people, and taking action is a great antidote to climate distress.
Can you elaborate on the link between eco-anxiety and young Australians' mental health?
Sure. So we've seen mental health organisations release research on this topic in the last few years. So international reports have found that more than 50% of people aged 16 to 25 feel sad, anxious, powerless, or had negative emotions about climate change. And in Australia, YouGov polling results from last year found that more than 3 in 4 young Australians were concerned about climate change, and 2/3 believe climate concerns are having a negative impact on youth mental health. You know, young Australians are growing up in a changing world. Many have witnessed natural disasters, whether directly or indirectly. So just providing an opportunity to connect with nature.
How can individuals and communities get involved in this year's National Tree Day events?
So there are a few ways to get involved. You can either host a site, volunteer at a site, or plant native species at home. If you go to our website, it's treeday.planetark.org, and you can click on join a site, and that will take you to a map of Australia. And you just have to type in your postcode and then find a planting event near you, and you can register to go and volunteer at that site.
I am Vanessa Gatica for The Wire, speaking with Jennifer McMillan, Communications Manager at Planet Ark, Environmental Foundation.